Harvey, point this out to me,
Okay,
please.
this is
Harvey. Harvey, introduce yourself.
I'm Harvey Levin.
Yes,
and this is
Mr.
why we got
TMZ.
the. This
Right
is why we
across
got
from
the office.
Hyde.
Right across
Right.
the street from Hyde.
So like I said, you can,
no, over here.
Right.
And the Laugh
Greenblatt?
Factory where Michael Richards had his little.
Oh, great.
There
So you could they can just stumble out
It's
here,
panoramic.
and then you just take pictures from here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You just put a camera right
You
here.
don't even have to get out of your seat, Harvey, to
Exactly.
make an effort. I mean, come on. You could at least chase these poor celebrities down and everything. So Harvey, now you've moved from Burbank to this very glamorous Hollywood office, West Hollywood. And I want to get an idea of like what the difference is now with the TV show. You went from the internet to TV. Usually it's the opposite kind of thing.
Yeah,
How do you see the interplay?
You know, it's funny because the internet for me is much more urgent
Right.
and breaking.
Right.
And it's just like
last night, 10:30, Brittany gets booked, kind of
right.
thing.
You know, and here's the deal. I mean, when we started the website, and I really didn't understand the internet at all, I tried to jam TV onto the web, and it didn't work.
Right.
And then you kind of figure out how to do it. That's really web centric.
Right. Still, you use a lot of video. Video is an important part of your...
We use video on the web,
Right.
but it's very much, it's raw, it's deconstructed. Our storytelling is blending text and video and photos and polls.
Right.
And TV is a more conventional form of storytelling.
Right.
And it also isn't, you know, at 8:32 on Friday you can
Right.
post something.
Right.
So you can't just say, okay, now I'm going to take the website
Right.
and put it on TV.
Right.
It doesn't work either way.
Right.
So what we've done, I hope, is...
Now, you've had television background with your Justice Show.
My background is TV.
Right.
I have no experience in the internet
Right,
other than
right.
TMZ.
Right.
But you know, what we've done, I hope, is we've taken the spirit of TMZ and
Right.
the fun of TMZ,
Right.
and we've created a different form of storytelling around
Right,
it.
right.
So I think it's more irreverent.
Right.
It's not on the agenda. We're not doing red carpets or junkets or anything like that. And I think it's, you know, the two words are fun and different.
Now, you can do interviews, or sort of the fodder of those shows, and celebrity carpet, red carpet, and interviews, or
We're
sort
not
of...
touching the red carpet.
Right,
We're
right.
not touching
And
the
no
red
tough, hard-hitting interviews, for example?
We're not doing interviews. I mean, it's more finding celebrities in their element.
Right.
And also, you know, having a take on something fun.
Right.
And
So give me an example. Give me an example.
Well, when we did the Kiefer Sutherland story when he
Right.
got busted for DUI,
Right.
we did it. We pretended like it was Jack Bauer in 24,
Ah!
and it was really funny. I mean, it was a fun piece.
Right.
And you know, today, I mean, we're doing a story today on Orlando Bloom, and we're asking, why the hell wasn't he arrested for hit
Right.
and run?
Right.
Why wasn't he given a field sobriety test? None of the other shows would
Right.
do
As
that.
I said, you cover it like you're covering the Watergate. You cover these people.
You know what? We cover it seriously.
Right.
But we also are not covering it out of fear.
Right.
All the other shows,
Right.
if they start doing an honest story about Orlando Bloom where he walked away
Right.
from a woman with a fractured neck,
Right.
and he comes out with another movie,
Right.
you think he's going to do an interview
Right.
with them?
Right. Exactly.
So they
You
know
don't depend
that.
on that.
They know that, so they don't do
Right.
that story.
Right. So how's it been greeted? What's the Hollywood reaction?
There are a lot of people who love it, and who think it's fun and different, and it's not stale. And there are a lot of people, I think, or some, who are taken aback by it,
Right.
because we are, you know, we're not doing the show out of fear,
Right. Right.
and we're really kind of calling people out
Right.
if they do something, you know.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah,
And
kind
you're
of
doing
crazy.
light stuff and funny stuff too. I mean, you did the heartwarming dog of Ellen DeGeneres. Those are also part of
We
those.
do a lot of fun. I mean,
Stuff on
most
the
of-
web. You do
most
stuff-
of the
yeah.
stuff we do is fun.
Right.
You know, and the Orlando Bloom story is about as hard-hitting as we get
Right. Right.
on the TV show.
Right.
But we look for those stories, so it's a mix.
Do you see an interplay between the television and the internet, or do they
Absolutely.
separate? How
No,
so?
Absolutely.
How so?
I mean, what I've seen is traffic has been great for a long time in the
Right,
web,
right.
but it's gone up
Right.
measurably since the TV show.
Right.
And I think there are a lot of people who really didn't have exposure to the web,
Right.
who see the TV show,
And then
who are
wanna go.
interested, and they'll go over to the web.
Right.
And I think there are ways where we can't show all the video of something
Right,
on the TV
right.
show,
Extra
and
stuff.
we drive them to
Right,
the web.
right.
And if we show something that's deconstructed in the web, we can tell the story
Right.
on the TV show. And I think there's a way of driving people.
Is it an
there.
important thing for that to happen, that the television thing makes, or just celebrity coverage just lends
I mean,
itself?
look, my newsroom is not, the website people here and the TV people here. It's all one.
Right.
And the assignment desk is the assignment desk for both.
Right.
The research department is the research department for both.
Right.
I've got a lot of blended positions there.
Right.
I've got internet people writing TV stories,
Right.
and vice versa.
Right.
So in our morning meeting when we pitch stories, it's everybody.
Right.
So it's not TMZ TV and TMZ.com. It's TMZ.
Right.
And
Right.
there are two platforms to TMZ,
Right.
but it's fundamentally TMZ.
Right.
And I think if you look at it that way, and that was a huge moment to finally sit there and say.
It takes a lot of people to do. It's interesting because that hasn't happened in a lot of places. People look at them separately, and it's refreshing,
that's
Harvey.
That's the revelation.
Yeah.
The revelation is that you're not doing a TV show and a website. You're doing a franchise.
Right.
And there's a way of moving people back and forth in an honest way within the franchise.
Right.
And also that you're not treating it as two staffs, which is
Right.
a big deal.
Right.
And you're trying to create the personality and the voice that's consistent.
Right.
But that's been the fun of it.
Great. Harvey, you're a visionary.
No.
You are. I'm telling you. I've met him. I've met them all.
No.
No?
No.
You're just a sensible fellow?
Look, I think it's all about storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a hard time initially on the web because I wasn't thinking of it as storytelling as much as, this scary internet thing that I really didn't understand. But then when you just stand back and say, look, if somebody is going to log on to a computer, how do they want to get their stories?
Right.
And if you forget about all the technical stuff, which I still don't understand, and you just think of it as, how can you tell a story that's going to be fun for people or interesting to people, and and you just think of it as storytelling, and you look at each medium and say, this medium has the ability, or you have the ability to do it in a certain way that you don't in the other, and vice versa.
Right.
And you just look at it as storytelling. That's all it's about.
Right.
It's not like a big secret. It's just how do you tell good stories on both.
And with you, Lindsay Lohan, and Britney Spears, wise man. Thank you, Harvey.
I didn't create Britney.
Oh, no.
I just followed.
But let's find the person who did and deal with them immediately.